Hello, hello, and welcome to Arkadium's Daily Crossword Live. I am thrilled to be back to solve a crossword with you all. Good morning, Billy. Hey, Lucky, James, Plank Boy is here. Most vowels for hurdle. What does that mean? I'm curious about this ominous message you're giving me. Dad Not Dude, I see Rhonda saying good morning, and M-Huck made the migration over to Twitch. Probably a wise idea these days. I see Lucky saying, hope everyone's feeling jazzy today, referencing, yeah, I am still reeling from yesterday's hurdle that jazzy of all words came up when that is my classic joke of like the worst hurdle word possible. Loser is here saying good morning. So we are, I hate calling you loser. Can I call you something else? Losero? Maybe I'll call you Losero. We're solving a crossword from the Stan's Daily series from a couple weeks ago. Today, it is called Leading Questions. It's by Adam Simpson. So there's going to be a theme on this one, unlike yesterday's. And good morning, Kenya. How you doing? And yeah, Rhonda says, but we won. It's true. I mean, if we can win when jazzy is one of the words, then I don't see what is stopping us from winning every time. Minnie, hello to you on YouTube. So one across, we have square stat, 4 letters. I don't think anyone has registered a guess yet. Hey, Rand, how you doing? I think most of you were here for yesterday's Stumper. It was extremely difficult crossword yesterday, but we persevered. We persevered through a hard hurdle, so we're kind of on fire these days. Larry Locke saying area, Luzero saying acre, Dead Nut Dude saying side. Okay, happy Sunday, Jessica. And M. Clark saying root. Oh, interesting, like a square root. Barbara saying cube. Okay, too many possibilities, I think. Let's go to 13 across. Fills with hands. Fills with hands. There's something kind of puzzling about this clue. I don't fully get what they're saying here. Is anyone else? Not a good start. Having flashbacks to yesterday. Rhonda thinks root is interesting. Square stat. It's possible, but I feel like we have a lot of possibilities. Jessica says scoop. And Barbara too, fills with hands. Like we're talking scoop like this? You scoop water with your hands or something? I don't know about that either. Especially since fills ends with an S, so I think the 13 across is most likely to end in an S. Deals. That makes some sense. Dad Not Dude and Larry saying deals as in you deal cards and you give everyone hands. Allison M followed us, thank you. Okay, I don't know. Wolverine weapon. Okay, maybe 13 down is the savior we needed. Thinking I have a guess on this. Yes, my guess is the same as Dad Not Dude and Luzero and Andrew Afflicted. And Rhonda and Lucky and Blake and Holyhead Harpy and Toddly Enough. Wow, everyone came out of the woodwork for this one. M-Huck to Claw. So we all have the same idea, which is a relief. Claw, I guess both literally Wolverines use their claws, but also the X-Man Wolverine famously has claws that shoot out of his hands. So I don't know how much that helps with 13 across. Fills with hands. I just don't understand even what they're talking about here. Duo on YouTube and Barbara on Facebook, and N. Clark also like claw. Cards. Fills with hands. Claps, clasp. I have so many guesses. All right, 16 across we're doing. Produced nearby. Produced nearby. Okay, this is feeling a little more friendly, this clue. So more people seem to want claps. Barbara's cupping her hands. But yeah, why don't we go with the low-hanging fruit here? Porthos and Toddly Enough and Genie and Fancy Protogen. All saying local. Kenya and M-Huck agreeing. Yeah, produce nearby, local. That was my thought too. Tickled. Tickled. Yeah, Zach and Gil and Harpy and Rhonda and Minnie and Underwater Canuck. Everyone's saying local. Okay, cool. Tickled. It's a long word-ish. I mean, only with the A, so I have some thoughts. Yeah. Okay, Rand and Genie. Yeah, not too hard for you guys, Andrew. Oh, Andrew says arouse. The problem with arouse is that it doesn't match the tense of the clue. It would be aroused, I think, for tickled. So that's why I'm preferring what Knee12 and Warthog are saying. Amused. Blake says I was late. What was one across? What was one across? I've already forgotten. Oh, square stat. We have so many theories about what this could be. Yeah, like tickled pink. Dead Not Dude, exactly. That's the kind of tickled we're talking about. Hey, Liam, how you doing? Maybe let's check the downs. Appetite enhancer. The clues in this puzzle are not that easy. I mean, it is a late week stand daily crossword, so I suppose I shouldn't have expected it to be easy. Appetite enhancer. I like the guesses I'm seeing. M Huck and Lucinda and Plank Boy, yeah, Rand all saying aroma. Aroma. Jessica says aroma is good. I couldn't agree more. Ellie likes it. Awesome. Edited further as films. Okay. Yeah, and now Blake is guessing for one across. Square stat. People were saying area. I don't think there were any other guesses that began with an A. So I guess you calculate the area of a square is one interpretation, or maybe they're talking about how, like, when you calculate areas, the units is usually in square feet or squared inches or something like that. So two interpretations is certainly enough for me. Hey, Lily, how you doing? Oh, acre was a guess. That's true. Ugh. Although people are making the R work, so let's just run with it for now and see what comes. Blake and Lucinda and M Huck and Minnie are all saying, and Porthos are all saying recut. Recut. Edit it. Like if you cut a film, you're editing it, and if you edit it further, you recut it. Seems reasonable. Did I just scroll the crossword out of view? Only kind of. Old fridges, cameras, etc. All right. Yeah, downs are working so far. I agree, Blake. Gotta love that about crosswords. You get 2 shots at every square. Hey, Kurt, how you doing? Oh man, party's really going on TikTok. It's gonna be sad when TikTok crashes and I have to refresh you all. Happy Sunday, Lena. If you haven't been here for the latest debacles, this will happen in my guess is about 10 minutes. TikTok is gonna crash. I'm gonna refresh and I'll be back in like under a minute is the hope. It's frustrating, but we can get through it. N. Clark and Liam are saying e-waste for 3 down. It's a very crosswordy word. E-waste. Electronic waste. Yeah. Oh, wow. I needed all the letters nearly for 13 across. I was not understanding this clue before. Fills with hands. Now I finally get it. Weird clue, frankly. Yeah, Dead Not Dude giving it the double question mark. Crew's like deckhands, exactly, Blake. I think that's what they're going for. Like a deckhand. And so crew is also a verb here, to crew your ship or something. To crew a ship, says Aaron. Yeah, exactly. Hard clue. Not up. Good. Also a hard clue, but not as hard when we have 4 of the 6 letters in place. Can you saying like Jack Sparrow cruise a ship? Noodle the Doodle is here saying asleep. Where do these usernames come from? Okay, 23 across looks like it might be a theme answer. Although possibly the second theme answer. Technically, I would call this one the first theme answer. Calvin and Hobbes, artist. So Calvin and Hobbes is a famous comic strip. I do not know the artist. I don't know the name. I know some comic strip artists, but not this one. Sunday Stumper says Rand. Yeah, it is feeling that way a little bit, isn't it? Who knows the Calvin and Hobbes artist? Dead Not Dude and Ellie are saying the same thing, and so is Aaron, which gives me confidence. Rhonda doesn't know. Watterson? Is that right? Yeah, Blake and Sweet Pea. Everyone seems to be agreeing, so good on you guys for knowing this. Tio loves Bill Watterson. And whenever you add the first name, it gives me more confidence that you know what you're talking about. Underwear Canuck. Sweet Pea says my husband's favorite. Okay, cool. I loved comic strips. I don't know why I never got into Calvin and Hobbes. Maybe it just like wasn't in my local paper when I was growing up. Yeah, because people love it, and I don't have any personal problem with it. I just wasn't as exposed to it as other comic strips. Kurt says, I can pretend I know Watterson. Yeah. Just pretend. We'll all believe you. Foils cousin. Perry Bird is telling me epee. Yeah, epee and foil are both types of blades in fencing. Let's go up here. A joyful noise. Aaron says, I wanted to say waterman just to make people doubt for no reason. Wow. That is real chaotic energy you're bringing, Aaron. Now I don't know when I can trust you and when I can't. Tio says the vocabulary in Calvin and Hobbes comics is a bit advanced for kids. That's interesting. I didn't know that. A joyful noise. Duo is saying yay. Liam is saying we. I might spell we with an H though. That kind of we, like we. I'm not sure. Blake is saying raw. Yeah, I would think that we like this it just means small. So let's do 5 across. Ooh, Felix asking the important question though. Which spaces are hurdle blind bag? Lately for hurdle, rather than having everybody vote on what 5-letter word from the crossword we should open with, we've just been designating a spot and saying whatever word ends up there, that's what we're opening hurdle with. So what would it be today? 65 across? Or maybe 67 across? Yeah, Blake says 67. So why don't we do that? Yeah, Aaron has too many joyful noises to choose from, so that's why we're doing the across. Cantina's roasted. Ooh, Kenya was quick on this one with asada. I like that. Carne asada. I think asada literally means roasted in Spanish. Does that help with our joyful noise? I don't think anyone said anything beginning with an A. Sweet Pea saying ah. Could be ah. Bonnie Bonbon saying salsa, but I don't think salsa means roasted. Okay, but Skid and Larry and Ants are all saying ah, Ellie and Rhonda agreeing. So we'll put in ah. This was 1 across yesterday, by the way. Anyone remember that? We'll put in ah and see if it helps. Sydney's saying I, like A-Y-E. Although I don't know how joyful that is. It is agreeing. Oddly enough, and Porthos and Luzero. Charlie says, hey, glad I'm up in time to see you all. I'm glad to have you, Charlie. Everyone on TikTok, brace yourself that we're going to be kicked off any minute now. But I will be back as quickly as I can. Slow-mo is what Sweet Pea and Lucinda and Warthog are saying. And Duo and Barbara and M-Huck. So that seems right. Slow-mo is definitely a video effect. Birch relative. Okay, so this game seems to be name another tree that possibly begins with A-L, because a birch is a tree. I don't see what else this could be. Can you name a 5-letter tree? Okay, Liam is eager to see 17 across. We'll do that next. Oh, aspen is a 5-letter tree, but it would violate slow-mo. Ooh, Felix and Rand are saying alder. And Kenya. Alder is a tree, and it respects the L. So let's go with that, and let's check 17 across as per Liam's wishes. Los Angeles power source. Sakura Wild just sent me a heart. Thank you for that. Trees come up a lot in crosswords. It helps to know your trees, especially your 3-letter trees, and there are a lot more of them than you expect. Los Angeles power. Oh, there goes TikTok. So bear with me 1 second while you think of the Los Angeles power source and I give my system a little refresh. We knew it was going to happen. Somehow when I predict it, it feels less painful. Is that true? Sorry, bear with me 1 sec. We're getting it back. Oh, bummer. Why is this not doing it? Apologies. I might have done it too quickly. Is that possible? And I know everyone on the other channels is like, well, why do I have to wait for all the TikTok folks? Problem is we try to include everybody here. And I expect to come back to chat with a ton. Oh, there we go. I think we're back on TikTok. Sorry about that. Yeah, TikTok crashed, says Liam. Sherry is saying Hoover Dam, by the way. Hello, welcome back, everybody. Sorry about that. I predicted it, didn't I? I could see the future. Hoover Dam looks good. Larry Locke and NSSR want it. Is anyone surprised by this fact, though? I did not know that the Hoover Dam supplied power to LA. The Hoover Dam isn't even that close to LA, is it? But Maddie likes it. It's an interesting fact. We're back, Sunny Vibes, we're back. Any reason why it only gives you like 20 minutes and then crashes? Yeah, it happens about every 20 minutes, although today it seems to be even quicker. Holy Harpy says it's between the Hoover Dam is between Arizona and Vegas. Did everyone know that the Hoover Dam supplied power to LA? Because that is an interesting fact to me. Maisel or Dalloway, nice. Yeah, FCAT and Sweet Pea and Ellie all saying Mrs. Maisel from the TV show and Mrs. Dalloway from Virginia Woolf. App builders were devs, developers. Looks good. Oh, what's this? Accessorizes. Liam, yeah, preempting this with adorns. Okay, I'm happy. Have we thought about the theme yet? The themers are not super long in this crossword. Assuming 17 and 23 are the themers, we have Hoover Dam and Bill Watterson. Vedart is back getting misses. Road debris protector. What is this? Something to do with presidents, says M. Huck. I guess Hoover, but who's Watterson? There's no President Watterson as far as I know. Something water related, says Toddly Enough. That's true. I mean, the dam. Nope. Oh, YouTube has some theories. I think Duo's right. Oh, Duo is very clever here. Look at this. So the title of the puzzle today, I think we know the theme now. Duo knows the theme. Leading questions is the title of our puzzle. And Duo is noticing that this starts with who, which is a question. The sound is who. And this kind of starts with what. It's not 100% a homophone, but it's pretty close. And the fact that leading questions is the title makes me think that this is right. Yeah, Minnie says I think Duo has it, and I agree. Toddly Enough says nice. Yeah. Very good guess, says Rhonda. Yeah, so Larry is anticipating that we'll get when, we'll get where somehow. Who, what, where, when, why, exactly. By the way, no one really had a guess for 10 across. That's why I moved on. Road debris protector, kind of a vague clue. So, hoping Whitman's gliding blank all. All right, who knows poetry? So we're looking for. Oh, Felix is. Wait. Felix is over, gliding over all, but over in a poetic sense. Gliding for all, says Sweet Pea, seems possible. Hey, Jilly, happy Sunday to you. This section seems also difficult. Lucinda wants o'er. Let's maybe check one of these downs. Administrative branches. Okay. I think we're doing all right here. I see. And N. Clark on YouTube has a guess for 10 across. I'm now seeing how this section's going to come together, but it's not so easy. Does anyone have a guess for 12 down? Yeah, Rhonda seems to. And M. Huck seems to. I think I agree with you guys. Yeah, Kenya. Arms, administrative branches, like arms of the government. Oh, Felix says, I have the book of poems near the Robert Frost book. Wow. Felix always has a book on hand to confirm. Do you have Mrs. Dalloway in that bookshelf of yours, Felix? Gliding overall. And then who was it? N. Clark was saying bra for road debris protector. I had no idea what this was until one of these streams. You guys taught me what a car bra is. It like protects your grill from debris from the road while you're driving. I did not know about this, but it is a real thing. Road debris protector. Strange clue for bra, but there it is. Yeah, Jessica's laughing. It's a real thing, but I had to learn from you guys. Extremely informally. Okay. Yeah, it goes on the front of the car, Rhonda. I like what FCAT and Kenya are saying here. Very quick. M-Huck as well, saying real. Like, that was a real big party or something. It was an extremely big party, but it's an informal way of saying it. Aaron says, explains why I have road debris all over my chest. Jerry G says, real looks good. Liam and Larry like it. Cool. Slender swimmers. Slender swimmers. Yeah, everyone Crossword's favorite fish. Eels. It's got to come up every other puzzle at least, right? Barbara McDowell, quick on eels. Lucinda too. Big Apple convenience store greeter. Okay. So, Big Apple, obviously the New York area. I think FCAT and Felix are right here. I love this entry. Kurt, too. And it fits. Kenya likes it. Okay, Bodega Cat. That's a great crossword entry if I've ever seen one. A bodega is like a corner store in New York City. New Yorkers love their bodegas, and it's not uncommon for there to be a cat who kind of lives at the bodega and greets you at the door and sleeps on the shelves and all that. Bodega Cat is pretty awesome. Kept under control. Kept under control. I hope that's right. I hope that we weren't overeager with Bodega Cat. There's an Instagram dedicated to Bodega Cat, says Kurt Affair. That somehow doesn't surprise me, but I haven't seen it. It's a great concept for an Instagram. So Fermont is saying reeled, kept under control. Yeah, like reeled in, kind of. I can sort of see that. But Clark is saying rained, like this, which also sort of works. So maybe we'll look at 25 across. Band date. Fermont likes range too. Yeah, I might be slightly partial to it, but might as well let the crosses weigh in. But yeah, it is looking like an I, right? Because Fermont and Todd Lee and M. Huck and Kenya are all saying gig. Bands play gigs. So then maybe it is rained, like this, like the reins of a horse. So is 27 a themer? Family identifier. I can't tell if this is a theme answer or not. It's like just on the borderline lengthwise. So, oh, I see. FCAT and Toddly Enough and Holyhead Harpy and Ellie are all saying surname, which I'm listening to Sir. Sir doesn't sound like a question, so I think this is not a theme answer. But I'm just noticing that 37 cross spans the entire grid, so that almost certainly is a theme answer. Surname, yeah. Identifies your family. Duo and NSSR getting that one. Electrical network. Okay. The opening corners are always the hardest. I think it's because we have no toe holds in place and we have fewer people watching. Jillian and Delia Brooks and Kitty Cat and Jerry G all saying grid. Yeah, the electrical grid. Seems good. Reunion arrivals. Reunion is one of those things. I always think of school reunions first, but there's another type of reunion. Jessica saying, did we decide 67 across for hurdle? I believe that was what we decided. And then maybe if 67 across isn't valid, we'll default to 65 across because we'll just go in horizontal order. BG and Rhonda and Lucinda saying nieces, and M. Huck and Kenya saying the same thing. Yeah, family reunion, nieces show up, as do other family members. Gulf Canada rival. Gulf Canada rival. Okay. I think I know what this is getting at. This is one of those crosswordy words. Maybe we should look at 37 across after this. Yeah, Warthog knows this one, and Rhonda and Kenya. Yeah, Blake says, do 37 across, Jack. Be bold. You read my mind, Blake. That's exactly what I was thinking of doing. Let's do it. 37 across, moody daughter of cartoons, TV, and films. And remember, our theme today is leading questions, which is a good title, by the way, for this crossword. And Duo noticed that our first two themers, the sound of the first syllable is a question. Who, like WHO, is one of those who, how, what, when, why, whatever. Watterson kind of sounds like what. Yeah, I think you guys are right. Lulu, JF, Blake, Holy Head Heartbeat, Wednesday Addams. And it fits beautifully. We're playing fast and loose with the homophones here, because I don't know, technically there's a D in here, and there's no D in when. But when we say it, it does sound like Wednesday Addams. Nice. Good spanning entry. Moody daughter of cartoons, TV, and films. We've definitely talked about the TV show Wednesday on this channel before. And whatever you think of the show, Jenna Ortega's performance is superb. Written reminder. Yeah, Kenya and Mhuck and Lulu all saying memo. Yeah, and Duo, by the way, like, congrats to Duo, because this totally confirms the theme for me. If we had any doubt when we only had Hoover and Watterson, you can't have a coincidence that runs this deep, you know? And outlandishly was 2. Like, over the top. Excellent. Excellent. Sakura Wild is here, getting memo. Sunny Vibes is getting memo. Yeah, the D is sort of silent, Rhonda. I agree. It's valid. Lentil, essentially. Yeah, my Twitch folks and user711 are saying seed. Seems essentially right. Duo says, I was early, so I saw the title. I don't know, I think you're being modest. A lot of people saw the title and didn't understand the theme. Blake says, at this point, I would be checking the other themers just for fun. Are you trying to bait me, Blake? The thing is, we need things to look forward to, you know? I feel like we got to earn the next themer by filling in some of the crossword. Actor's aid. Lulu and Sweet Pea and Dead on Dude are saying dresser, Minnie and N. Clark. So is this someone who dresses an actor, or am I... Kate says, what's the title? I missed it. The title is Leading Questions. So I like this title because leading questions is a real thing, like in the courtroom. But here they're literally leading the theme answers. They're at the beginning and they are questions. It's that kind of a perfect title for this crossword. And oddly enough, confirming that a dresser helps with quick changes. Brief time, briefly. Yeah, Lulu and Mhuck and Jerry G and Fancy saying sec, which is a brief way of saying second, and a second is a brief time. Sakura Wild getting that. Southern school, Southern in quotes. Don't really understand why Southern is in quotes here and what school we're talking about. I guess I have a guess. Yeah, it's the same as Felix's guess and Kitty Cat's guess. And Ibby's guess and Warthog's. Cal? Like, I know Caltech? Not sure I understand Southern in quotes there. I guess it's in Southern California. SoCal, yeah. Fair enough. USMC offense. U.S. Marine Corps? Offense. Oh, Cal is Berkeley, though? I hope that's not true, because that doesn't sound very Southern. But maybe I'm just failing my California geography. Jerry G and Jeffrey are saying AWOL, which I think makes sense. AWOL, when like a soldier disappears, and that would be an offense to the Marine Corps. I'm happy with that. Heather and James are happy with that. Barbara on Facebook is happy with that. Cool. Inquiry of self-doubt. Inquiry of self-doubt. I see. Yeah, okay. Well, so Sunny Vibes is saying ask. Not sure I fully understand how that fits the clue. I think what Warthog and Sakura are saying and Lulu makes a little more sense of am I? I mean, it gets the self thing. It's actually a question. It's an inquiry. Like, am I the problem? Am I? Is it me? So let's go with that, but we'll check the M right away. Cleverly self-referential. Yeah, like a question, Sunny Vibes. Yeah, I think MI seems like a reasonable guess. M-Hawk is happy enough with it. And Skid makes a good point that KD would not be a very promising opener for 33 down. Okay. Cleverly self-referential. Yeah, I think what Ellie and Kurt are saying makes sense. Blake and Holy at Harpy. So let's just talk about it. Some people are saying me too, but I don't fully get this, if I'm being honest. I think meta makes sense, what Bob is saying. Meta means self-referential. I don't think it always has to be clever, but meta, that's what it means. So I think it is probably correct. Ratatouille critic's voice. Yeah, and then Jessica and Kitty Cat pointing out that Me Too should really have a second O here. Not to mention that 2 has already been in the grid, so that would be a duplicate. So there are lots of reasons to prefer meta. I have a confession to make, which is that I've never seen Ratatouille. But I can picture the critic from memes. And Felix and Rhonda and Heather and Blake and Sakura are saying, Warnock says, I met a man who wasn't there. O'Toole? Peter O'Toole? Sunny Vibe says you should watch it. I know I should. People seem to love Ratatouille. Excuse me. I'm impressed that, like, Peter O'Toole is a venerated actor, isn't he? And he voiced the critic in Ratatouille. Oh no, Kurt and Rhonda. Everyone is incredulous that I haven't seen Ratatouille. Oh, we have an anagram clue. It's kind of rare. Oh, there goes TikTok. So sad. Well, it'll give the other channels ample chance to get ahead on this anagram. I'm gonna try to refresh patiently and see how we do. Can we come back? And I want to come back to YouTube or Twitch or Facebook and have someone having solved the anagram. I think we're back on TikTok. And Minnie and Mhuck and Lulu all are saying the same thing of I don't care. Hold on. I don't care. It fits. It's a legitimate phrase, but is it an anagram? I don't care. It is. Very nice. That was very good. Felix got it too, but was in TikTok purgatory when it happened. Interesting. I think I checked the spelling, Lulu. I think it's right. And Maddie's good. Duo says, damn, you're fast, Minnie. Yeah, Minnie, you did get that quickly. I love anagrams. Minnie, have you ever solved a cryptic crossword? I feel like anagrams are a lot more common in cryptic crosswords. You might enjoy them. Blake says, I was just about to say bracing for impact. Yeah. It's, uh-oh, Sweet Pea says wrong spelling. Wait, wrong spelling of what? I hope not I don't care. I'm so pleased with I don't care. I put acre. Oh, I spelled it wrong. I don't acre, guys. There we go. Thank you. Kurt says, I survived the blip. I'm glad you did, Blake. Cavalrymen at Waterloo. Ooh, I see. Kenya and Blake and Ants are saying Lancers? Wow. So I'm picturing, like, men on horses with lances. FE or NA? Okay, good. Good. I'm not that quick on anagrams. For someone who's very into word puzzles, I would not consider anagrams a strength of mine. Lay says, I don't acre, guys. Jack 2026. Emhak and Lulu are saying Elam. Yeah, I think that this is short for element. Fe is the symbol for iron, Na is sodium. And since these are kind of abbreviations, it's valid to abbreviate the answer from element to elam. Yeah, I don't acre. How do we know it's I don't care? I don't acre is also an anagram. I don't race. I don't race. That's true. Certain gobbler. Emhak saying Tam with a question mark seems like a guess because Dr. Valerie is telling me Tom, which I think makes more sense that Tom is a male turkey, if you didn't know that. Free. Free. Felix says, do it, Crane. Oh, no, now we're now we're gonna see how many redaction anagrams we can come up with. Do it, Crane is a good one. Yeah, M Huck and Ellie and Crystal are saying no cost for free. Seems right. Yeah, Lay says I didn't know that. So Tom cat, Tom turkey, exactly. I think Tom is male for several different species. Delia Brooks getting no cost. All right, I am now ready for 59 across, which, so it says inspiration for a young John Wayne. And remember, we want the first syllable to sound like a question. Maybe it's not just the first syllable. I suppose it could be multiple syllables, but so far they've all been one syllable. Who, what, and when. So it's either, yeah. Wow, Felix was fast on this. Very nice. Felix was fast. I want to see others getting it. Yeah, Ellie and Blake are getting it. Anyone on it? Yeah, Lulu. Okay. Jessica says Wyatt Earp is so good. It is very good. M Huck got it. Wyatt, oops, like this. Wyatt Earp. Lay just sent me a bodega cat, it looks like. Wyatt Earp. It's like a, I don't know, like a sheriff in the Old West. And it's believable that it's inspiration for a young John Wayne. And most importantly, for our purposes, it begins with the question, why? It's a leading question. I enjoy this theme. I like it. So what are we missing, by the way? Because we have one more theme, or 50 across. I can't think of any, what's it called, homophones of where. But I suspect 50 across has to start with some, who's that? Bobo ate Mish. And Ellie are saying, oh, and oh, is this why multiple people are suddenly saying, wow? And I was like, why is everyone so impressed by? But I think they're doing Owen Wilson impressions. Wow. I think that is what people are doing. Oh, werewolves or warehouse. Those are very good, Aaron. Yeah, good point. Wearables. Oh, there's actually lots of homophones of where. What am I talking about? Compass reading. Yeah, I guess compass reading, it's going to be an abbreviation for some direction on a compass. Some people saying, Kurt says, great Owen Wilson, wow, Jack. Well, thank you. Thank you. My other source of income is as an Owen Wilson impersonator. Some people saying NSE, which sounds right, like north, south, east, but I don't think this is actually a valid compass direction because north and south are in opposite directions. So I think it's going to be north, northeast is the only valid way to fill this from here. FCAT says it could be a few things, and I think that's what a lot of people were thinking, but I actually don't think this could be a few things. I think it literally can only be this. No other letter is valid here. I hope I'm not wrong after this big rant, but Mark or Bud beginning. Oh, good. Yeah, Blake and Rand. I'm getting a lot of creepy looking emojis here. Ear. Because it's earmark and earbud. Yeah, seems right. All right, and then our last one, World of Warcraft Villains Crossing Clancy Hero. Okay. NEE would be valid. It would be valid as a crossword entry, but not as a compass reading. There's no such direct compass direction as northeast-east. Orcs. And Jack Ryan is the Tom Clancy hero. Yeah, it would be east-northeast, as Blake is saying. Initialized enough. Initialized enough. What do we? Yeah, I think Holyhead Harpy and Ellie and Kurt and Rhonda and Blake are all saying TMI. Yeah, Jilly, too much information. These are initials that stand for too much information. Yeah, Minnie and Lulu agreeing. I think that works. Okay, I'm going to try to solve this section without looking at 50 across. Basically, I'm not going to look at the downs here because I want to do 50 across completely oblivious. Retail venues. Yeah, good. Felix and Dad Not Dude and Delia and Lulu and Emhawk all saying malls. That's got to be right. Ooh, although, just seeing that Jerry and Rhonda are saying marts. Those are also retail venues. I thought for sure malls was right. Okay, maybe we do need to look at some downs. In that case, I'm just going to do it. It's time for 50 across. Hopefully TikTok doesn't crash after looking at our final themer. Storage structure. Okay. I think someone called this earlier. Nice job to whoever predicted this one. Malls is more US, says Jerry. Yeah, FCAT and Ants and Jilly and Rhea. Dr. Valerie, we got M-Hawk. Everyone's saying warehouse, which is a good addition to this theme. Warehouse. So we got who, what, when, where, why, which almost even sounds like they're in order. I guess there's no how, but it's all of the W ones, right? Very nice. Renounces with off. Oh, and by the way, we said that 67 across is going to be our hurl opener no matter what it is, as long as it's legal. Dr. Valerie and Delia Brooks saying that you swear off when you renounce something. So swears off. So far, I like what I'm seeing out of 67. I got a vowel, I got a common letter. Keep it up. Keep it up, crossword. Go first. Go first. Oh, I'm looking ahead a little, and it's not looking good. Yeah. Plank Boy and M-Huck and Jilly and Holyhead Harpy and Rhea are all saying, and Lulu are all saying lead. Yeah, to go first. Like the leading questions. The reason I don't like this is that I think 67 across is not going to be valid anymore. It's 2 words, FCAT. Yeah, exactly. It's the only way I could see parsing this. It seems to me. So all that excitement over the I and the S led nowhere. I think we decided we were going to back up to 65 across if 67 across was not valid. Yeah, Rhonda, 65. We'll do that. Seems to me. Yeah, Ellie and Minnie saying, I'd say. Oh, and it was marts, by the way. I thought for sure it was malls. Retail venues, marts, and social science would be psychology. Looks good. And this last one is major vessel crossing, briefest of the signs. Would have been a hard clue if we had no context, but at this point we can see most of it. Yeah, Plank Boy just giving me a single letter. Chulit and Sweet Pea saying, Sweet Pea, did you change your profile picture midstream, or are there 2 Sweet Peas in chat? Major vessel is aorta, as Lulu is saying, and like a blood vessel. And then of the zodiac signs, Leo is the shortest in length. It's 2 of us, 2 Sweet Peas. Wow. There's 2. Well, I guess you guys have to duke it out. There's only room for 1 Sweet Pea. Seashell neckwear. Yeah, Blank says they're 2 Sweet Peas in a pod. Seashell neckwear. Oh, we have one of these in chat too. Where's Lay? Where's Lay when you need her? Hurting Lion says, I'm going to be so mad it's not accurate. Is it not accurate because Lays are made of flowers? Yeah, that's a good point. Why is it? Yeah, that's a good point. Why is it Lay? It's a flower necklace. You're right. Date's end. Lay seems to have disappeared. Lost in the great TikTok crash of 2026. Gabe says year. Date's end. Yeah, it looks like year. That seems right. And yet to be viewed. Yet to be viewed. Lays can be flowers or shells, says T-Roy. Okay. And Sweet Pea and Diana and Kenya and M-Hawk are all saying unaired, yet to be viewed. Yeah, like a TV episode. It hasn't been viewed yet because it's unaired. Yeah, people still debating whether this is a valid clue for Lay. I just don't know enough to weigh in, frankly. Hurting Lions is insisting that they're specifically for flowers. Others saying puka shell necklaces. Felix is counting down to the next TikTok crash. Well, do you think we can finish this corner before TikTok crashes again? My guess is no. Mischievous. Deanie's saying arty. Is that mischievous? Maybe. Like artful, like sly? The crosses look great, so we'll go with it. Poolside furniture. Yeah, Anne says, why arty? I'm not 100% on arty. But, like, artful is sometimes used to mean kind of sly or cunning. And the crosses look too tempting to dismiss. Although, now that I say it, yeah, Charlie Rowland's coming in with a very hopeful correction. It's arch. Oh my. Arch. That's hard. Who uses arch in this way? This is, I think, a valid meaning of the word. I'm not denying that the clue is accurate, but it's hard because of all the associations with the word arch, mischievous is not high up on that list. And Shays is part of the reason I was convinced to put arch in, because but arch enemy is not really the same thing as mischievous. I think that's yet a third meaning of the word arch. When you say arch enemy, you're not calling it a mischievous enemy. You're calling it like your main enemy. Pest in a nest. Arch toddler? Borkus is here saying hornet. What an entry. Hornet, like this. I should look at the grid when I fill. Who's come up with another anagram for redaction? We need one more. Ooh, and hold on. I keep forgetting. So 65 across, we got an SE. I like what I'm seeing so far from 65 across, which looks like it's going to be our hurdle opener, assuming it's not a proper noun of some sort. N. Clark and Minnie. Oh, Bradley Gray is on YouTube guessing chairs for poolside furniture, which I shouldn't sleep on. It really could be chairs. Shays just feels so fancy. Fixed tears. Love Animals is saying darned. I like this. Like if you darn a sock, you are patching a hole in it, basically. Deanie likes darned. Wow, Felix, you're quick on this. No ice drat. Are you serious? No ice drat. That's a good one. How are you doing these? Do you have a book of anagrams on that bookshelf too? Borka says, I read that as tears, as in crying, and I was confused. Yeah, that'll get you. Fixed tears, yeah. Kyle Miner was thinking the same thing. Ancient Indian. Yeah, Lulu and M-Huck saying Incan. I think that's got to be right. Okay, I'm ready to see what 65 across is. It's west of Montgomery. Oh my god, another proper noun. We're trying to be gamblers, and the crossword just won't let us. Wow. We were going to open hurdle with 67 across, but I'd say it's not a valid hurdle thing. And yeah, Dr. Valerie is telling me that Selma is west of Montgomery. There are two cities in Alabama, and also a proper noun. So I think mystery author Buchanan Edna. I'll tell you what we're going to do. Maybe we do it the old-fashioned way, and people can vote. Let's say all 5-letter words in the puzzle are valid. You could vote for Alder, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. That's my favorite. Or you could be Blake about it and vote for something with a Z. Reunion arrival. We have uncles and nieces at this family reunion. And 1 letter left on our crossword. R in Arl, crossing thin layers of limestone. Shulit likes Alder for hurdle, as do I. Uncle could be good too, as Jerry points out. Meanwhile, Bradley Gray and Lulu and Felix, everyone giving me, let's do Jack's babe, says Kate. Thank Kate. Seams, it's looking like. Thin layers of limestone are seams. So I'm going to put this S in and hope for confetti. Lulu's giving me the drum roll. Asada for hurdle, just to annoy Jack. Yeah, there it is, Kurt. I was waiting for that one. Nice job, everybody. 48 minutes. I enjoyed this theme. We got who, what, when, where, why, all the W questions, the 5 Ws, all in order, and all homophones of them. Don't go anywhere, because I'm pulling up hurdle while I ramble. And did we decide we're doing Alder? Is that what we're doing? Sherry wants uncle. Oh, there goes TikTok. Just in time. So bear with me for 1 more second while I refresh TikTok. This might be the last time we have to refresh TikTok during stream. Not ever, I just mean during this stream. Okay, give me 1 sec, please. And yeah, perfect timing, says Maddie. Okay, there we go. And we're back. Sorry about that. So Alter? Yeah, Jada Music Lover says TikTok crashed just as we won. I know. But we are back, and I'm hoping that's the last time. I'm hoping that's the last time this stream. Alder, we're doing it. I think it's a good opener. Just as I say that, we get 5 grays. Oh my god. Should have done Jazzy, am I right? I feel like somehow the universe conspired yesterday to bring Jazzy up. That was not something I was prepared for. Yeah, crash free to the end, Jerry. That's what I'm crossing my fingers for. Save Jazzy for the last round, I will. Pouch. Lulu wants pouch. Not a bad guess. Let's try it. How does this one work if you don't mind explaining, says Borkus? I will explain. So we're trying to guess a 5-letter word. Oh my god, this is actually a really bad round so far. Trying to guess a 5-letter word, and every time we guess, we get some information. So far, the gray means that none of these letters are in our word. We will get other colors eventually. That I will explain what those mean. Misty is what Rhonda is guessing. Minty is also good. Let's try Misty. So hopefully we get some color here, and I can explain to Borkus what they mean. So yellow means that there is an I in the word and there is an S in the word somewhere, but they are not in these positions. Sorry, there's a siren going by. So the S can be anywhere except for the middle position. If this were green, it would mean the S is actually in the correct position. Does that make sense, Borkus? Swing, I'm seeing. Should we try swing? I kind of like it. I don't see any reason to dislike it. Holy Harpy and Heather like it, so let's do it. Okay, so we got the green, which means that these are both in the correct position. but we're still struggling with the rest of the letters. Borkus, yeah, okay, so you do know Wordle. It is like Wordle, but the main difference is that we do this 5 times, and they're chained together. So whatever the answer is this round will be our automatic first guess in the second round, and it keeps going like that. And then in round 5, things get crazy, and I will explain round 5 when we get there. Skiff? Everyone is saying skiff all of a sudden? Where's this coming from? This is the jazziest word I've seen all day. Wow. Well done. You guys all pulled it out. Okay, so now, Borkus, notice skiff is our automatic first guess in the second round. It didn't hit at all. Sometimes it does. And then round 5 separates the noobs from the pros. Okay. So we're kind of on our own here, because skiff is not that helpful. Uncle. Why not? Jerry has been politely asking for uncle all day. Let's do it. Wow. We're not getting the luck that we were getting yesterday. So it ends in an E. We probably need another vowel somewhere. I mean, we definitely do. But there's plenty that we haven't guessed. A and O. Trade. Trade is a very sensible guess. That's one of those mature guesses that I like. Because it's all common letters. We don't have to guess something that ends in an E. Ooh, look at that. Okay. And we know by process of elimination the team must go in the 4th position. So we will do this one. It's just a matter of, is it great? Or does it have to be great? I actually can't think of any other valid entry. I thought maybe there would be 3 possibilities, but no, it's just great. Yeah? Sweet. Okay. Round 2 in the bag. On to round 3. Oh, Prate, says Warthog. Could have been Prate. My bad. Borkus is like, Zrate, trust me. Honestly, with Jazzy yesterday, I wouldn't be surprised, Borkus. So we have a G and we have an A. Whenever I see a G, I always want to stick it on the end with some kind of ing situation, but I think that's premature here. Lulu guesses again, which is a nice guess. Amanda says grave, but we know there's the G doesn't begin the word, Amanda. Agony is a nice guess too. Ooh, it's almost too nice to turn down. I like that. Let's try it. Darn. I thought it was good. Rhonda saying magic. Is that still valid? I think it is. It's still a good guess. Magic? Should we try magic? Hold on. Am I making a mistake here? Is this possible? Lashbug is happy with magic. So let's try this. Okay. We can work with this. We found a G. We picked up an M along the way. So what is this? Feels like we should get this by now. Why can't I see this? Hold on. What is this? Is anyone else struggling? I can't see it. And chat has dried up. Twizzy Zizzy just joined. Oh, image. No, image doesn't put the G in the right place. Sigma. Wow. Sigma's brilliant. Sigma's brilliant. Image can't be. Image puts the G in the wrong place. Sigma, what a guess. I could not see that for the life of me. Sigma, it's a Greek letter. And so, I mean, it's totally valid with what we have. Very nice. Good pull, guys. Good pull. Okay. Round 4 out of 5. Let's not get complacent. We've lost before. And I want to make it to round 5. So let's keep our head in the game. Sigma was good warm-up. So PH is going for ivory. Lashbug says pride. Pride is a bit more conventional, let's say. Broil is also a nice guess. I don't know. Why not pride, right? Yeah, Sweet Pea wants it, so let's do it. Okay, still need a home for this I. I mean, Ivory's still valid, I hate to say. It can't be inter anymore because we know there's no E. Same with inner. Choir. Mhuck wants choir. Also a very nice guess, frankly. Should we try choir? Or broil? Broil is now ruled out by this R. This R would be green if it were broil. Why don't we try choir? There's no problem with this, yeah? I think it'll be informative. Choir cooks, says Lashbug. All right, well, now I have to do it. Good. Wow, choir was super successful. So we got a C and an I in their rightful places. Ooh, and we know where the R is by process of elimination. R has to go in the center. So what is this? Why do I have so much trouble seeing this? Oh, and we need a home for the O. Curio, what a word. Very nice word. I love it. Courage and PH getting this. Curio. Yeah, it's a gorgeous word. Excellent. Excellent. Well done, everybody. Okay, Borkus, if you are still here, this is what makes round 5 different. We only get 2 of our own guesses in this round. The first 4 guesses are supplied for us. They are automatically the answers to the first 4 boards. So this is really kind of a Hail Mary section. We succeed more often than we fail, but it's tense, and you have to pick your words very carefully. We don't have a ton of information this time. We know there's an A, an M, and an O somewhere in the word. Jennifer just followed us. Thank you so much. But we need to be very sensible here. Lashbug is saying modal, and PH is saying nomad. I'm also saying woman. Let's just start to sense check some of these. Nomad, woman, and armor. No, it can't be armor because of this R, but that's good. Let's point things out that, man, modal is really messing with me. Among? No, it can't be among because the G is gray. So what do we like so far? I'm seeing nomad and woman. Maybe those are the best so far? Do we want to just guess one of them and hope that it gives us a lot of information? Yeah, Lulu is keeping track for me. Nomad and woman seem like the leading contenders. Why don't we try nomad and hope against hope? Yeah, modal is bothering me. The thing is, if the D lights up, then we'll know that it's modal over woman. That's an argument, yeah? All right, people seem happy enough with nomad, so I'm gonna go for it. Cross your fingers. Oh, nice. We didn't even need that last guess. Who needs 2 guesses in the final round? We only need 1. Well done, everybody. I love Hurl. I love winning Hurl with you guys. And thank you so much for joining me for the crossword. That was very fun. Shalit giving us the round of applause. Sweet Pea saying damn. Yeah, Lulu saying nice. That was a very satisfying hurdle round. And I always have fun doing these with you guys. We stream every single day. If you're new here, we stream every day at noon Eastern time. We always solve a crossword and play hurdle. May will be with you tomorrow at noon. I'll be back on Tuesday at noon. And I hope to see you guys there. Follow us if you don't. It's a Minnie just followed us, a new Minnie. It's the best way to keep in touch. And check out Arkadium.com. You could play more hurdle right now. You could solve more crosswords. And Borkus says, what crossword do you do? So Arkadium, and Borkus followed us. Arkadium puts out like 12 different crosswords every day, and we pick one of them to solve together on stream. So it does vary a bit, but there's the LA Times. Stan Newman is a crossword legend who has a whole lineup of crosswords on Arkadium, and we pick one to solve together. And apologies and thank you for your patience as we still sort through these technical issues. I know it's frustrating, but we will get through it soon. I'll have updates for you this week. Okay, enjoy the rest of your Sunday, everybody, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.